Today, I'm gonna build a microscale version of the LEGO Ideas Twilight the Cullen House. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you remember, the last time I built a mini LEGO set was for these 3 little diorama sets, but on my channel I have an extensive list of different kind of mini LEGO sets. I didn't do much modulars, maybe later I will show you some. So today I'm gonna try to build the Twilight House, the Cullen House in microscale. So here we see a little bit of a mess. This is where the build started, because this is the more difficult part of the building, because this middle floor in dark orange have this slanted angle over here. So that's where all this attempt started, in particularly using these wedge plates. I tried different ways to do it, building upwards, building downwards, or studs going on both ways. At the end, I simplified a little bit the design, even though it's still a bit messy over here. And now I'm going to show you what solution I found. So first thing over here, for the windows, initially I thought this would be the best. I think actually this is the best. So I can build sideways and keep the windows quite small. I quickly realized that I don't have enough transclear plates to then fill all the house, all the floors. So you will see that some places, like at the back, I just stack them up to simplify a little bit the design and get a smaller part count as well. These are built both sides on some jumpers, so that I can have a little bit of a edge over here, a little bit of space there to create a little bit of texture. Another difficult part was over here. So here I need to create some sort of window, some sort of pillars that go diagonally. So what I decided to do is use this technique that technically is legal. You can find also an official set. So putting tiles in between studs. But I have to take it off slightly towards the side to follow this angle of the wedge. Now over here, a little compromise, because I don't have any 2x2 tiles in dark orange. So what I did is I take two 1x2, I clip them together like this. This I think probably is not legal, but that's the only way I could do it. If I just have a 2x2, then I would also save on the parts count. But anyway, doing this way, then I managed to follow along this diagonal line, and then I can just close on top like this. Now also, because I wanted to create that design, I had to scale a little bit up this floor. Let me show you what I mean. So over here, I didn't want to build with the one brick thick, so something like this. I wanted something a little bit smaller, a little bit skinnier. So I decided to put a one plate and one tile. Now, because I need to use this window and I need to use this one over here, I need to scale it up a little bit to a 3x. And this will create a little bit of space over here. Potentially I could add something else, maybe put a bracket over here with a alpha plate space. But I think at the end, the compromise for this one, it's okay. I managed to add the balconies as well, very simply just using brackets and some grill pieces, so that all around the house then I will have a consistent look with this balconies area. Now I just need to tile the top. This middle floor workout, even though it's still a little bit fragile and a little bit messy, but I learned my lesson from these compromises that I took over here, so that the floors on top of this will be a little bit better. Now you can see here I'm leaving a gap in between of this main room over here, because I'm planning to have this modular, in the sense that I can take out easily all the floor and stack them together. In the past, I built other like modular style building in microscale. I think the better one was the Sanctum Sanctorum, but I also have the old fishing store and the blacksmith, but they were not modular design. So what I want to do here is to take them in and out very easily. The floor on top of that was the next, and that was very easy. Very simply, mostly building upwards and a little bit of sideways. And you can see here I have one extra plate down there, so that I can easily put it in there and take it out anytime. Now on the side here, very straightforward. I have the same design as here, one plate, one tile, one door over there, but I will keep it only two static over here. I will not go with the third one, because it just aligned perfectly, and I couldn't have done this on the lower floor because of that. So a little bit of compromise. So this floor is going to be a little bit bigger compared to the rest, but it's not very noticeable, in my opinion. Over here, a little bit of sideways building. So this door is actually coming sideways. And here I managed to use again the original design because this is a smaller window. So I managed to add that on. Now I just need to tile the top. And this is very simple and very straightforward. And I can push here with no problem because this is a much stronger connection compared to the bottom floor. So this is nice and solid, especially now that I added these tiles. Everything is together really well. Over here, I'm gonna leave a gap again because I need to add the roof. The roof is very simple and very straightforward, and it's just made in reddish brown with one plate and one line of tiles. A few jumpers for details as well as this one. I think the set actually come in two pieces, but I simplified it over here. Little bit of detail over there. Here I don't have the corner, the right part over here, so I just put this cut slope going down, which it makes sense in my opinion. Here I have what will go and sit inside there, and an additional detail to add the corner over there on that window, and this roof come off a little bit, slightly on all sides, so that we can have a very nice detail all around. I think this is coming together pretty well so far. Now, why am I building this? It's because there is a contest that I mentioned on my latest This Week in Bricks video on toysandbricksforum.com. I will put the link down below. It's a microscale contest with some very good prizes, including first prize is the Tudor corner. Actually, now I'm going to show you a little bit of my members-only vlog video that I do every week. Initially, I was trying to build a Tudor corner in microscale, but I have to give up because it was too much of a challenge. There's too many different texture and angles and colors. It was too difficult unless I would have to scale it up a lot, and then I wouldn't have the parts. I also have to swap out some colors because I didn't have in my collection. Then I switched to the Twilight Cullen House because I think it will work very well in microscale because it's a modern kind of building that can be easily translated in microscale. Now, here we have the base. I think the base here should be darker, but I decided to go like this because it's what I have in my collection. Again, this is a very simple and very straightforward floor. Same thickness over here on the side. Same technique all around here for the kind of balconies area, and a little bit of extra details. And here we have the driveway to go into the sort of garage door that I built again here sideways, very easy and very straightforward. Now here I had to do a couple of tricky angles. So over here again I managed to use one of the nice window designs. Again, building sideways, very nice. Everything is nice and flush. This one is recessed a little bit, so everything looks good. Here in the set they have a weird angle that come off and then go back in. I simplify here, just making it straight, but then I have this construction over here with an ingot and with this chislope. The colors are a bit weird because that's what I have in my collection, but it still works. So this slope almost match perfectly there. It's just coming off slightly. I think this is a very good design. And here the ingot also allow me to connect there. If I put a normal plate, it will have a different thickness, but the ingot come in a little bit. So this is a perfect design. And now I just need again to tile this all around and leave a space to then connect the rest of the building. For the rest of the building, this is gonna be a space for a long plate down the middle. Okay? So this is gonna be connected like this, and here I have this white plate that is just gonna sit in there. And now the Cullen House is almost completed. Now I need a couple of important details. One, there is a pillar here that actually took me quite different attempt because of this is like a 1x2, but then there is also one more plate. It was difficult to find this arrangement. So the solution I came up with is this bracket that I'm gonna just connect over here, and that's it. Pretty straightforward, but it took me quite a few attempts to get it right. Let me push it back in again, like so. So this is the final design of the house itself. Let me see if I can bring the camera up slightly so you can have a better look. But of course we're missing a huge detail, that is the tree over here. So I already added a few details, and I have a very simple design for the tree, that is this one. So I have these very interesting pieces that I can just take together and create a very good tree in this scale. I'm not too happy about the tip, but I didn't have any cone piece, so I decided to use this to get it a little bit smaller on top. And this is just the right height to get near to these windows. Potentially I could have gone one more taller, but I think this works very well. It's a little bit reflective of the light, depending on the inclination you turn this into, but I think this is a very, very good design. Now, for the contest, I needed to keep this below 350, below 300 parts. I had a little bit of leftover parts, so I decided to create also the track. I didn't build a brick built wolf because I don't think I can do it at this scale. Anyway, it's the only part that I don't really like about this set. That is pretty cool to me. For the track, the only downside, you can see it's a very simple design. There's a bracket over there. I'm using this round 1x2 for the wheels from the side. They look like wheels. The only downside is it doesn't actually fit into the door over there. I could actually just remove one plate, and if everything come down, then it would fit. But I think then the design was a little bit too flat everywhere. So I think I compromised a little bit. So for the thickness of this floor and the thickness of the track, I had to do a slight compromise. But I think overall, this is a pretty well done design, and I'm very, very happy with the result. Total piece count, I think, is 275 or maybe 276 parts in total. Let me know what you think about this. Again, I will put a non-affiliate link to lego.com for the Twilight House if you want to check it out. If you want to support the channel, I will also put some affiliate link on Amazon if you need to do any purchases, and you can support a Bricktainer as well. Please remember to leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and share this video if you like it. If you want to see more microscale builds, I recommend you to go and see the last one that is linked here on the screen now, which were my 3 microscale Lego dioramas. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next week. Ciao, ciao.